If you had told my 14-year-old self that I'd have a 6-figure investment portfolio by 21, I'd probably just laugh in your face and go back to playing Fortnite. But here I am today. I'm 21 and I've built an investment portfolio that's into the 6 figures. And here's the part that might surprise you. I didn't do this by living like some minimalistic monk that's eating ramen every day, not spending money. I've been able to go on amazing trips, see places that I never knew existed, and I still run my business from anywhere in the world. The difference is I changed a few key habits and stuck to them for years. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did it and lay down the painful mistakes I made that almost destroyed nearly everything I was building. So if you're in your teens or 20s and are serious about building wealth, this video might just be that wake-up call you need. First, let me paint you a picture of who I was a few years ago. So like most teenagers, I was just glued to my screen all day long playing Fortnite. I'd wake up at noon, hop on Discord, get in a call with my friends, and just play whatever game we felt like playing during that day. I'm not talking about playing for 2, 3, or 4 hours. I'm talking about playing for 8 hours plus a day. I was completely addicted to gaming. I wasn't some entrepreneurial kid with a lemonade stand. I wasn't making too many YouTube videos or starting a business. I was just a kid with a gaming headset sitting in his room with way too much free time. But here's where things get interesting. When I was like 16, sitting in these gaming communities all day, I was running into people who pretty much were just thinking different. They weren't just playing games like me. They were editing videos on the side. They were starting YouTube channels on the side. And they were running these actual online businesses to make money. And that completely fascinated me. I was asking myself questions at like 17 years old. Like, you can actually make money online? You can make money making thumbnails for people? How does this all work? I didn't realize it at the time, but I was getting exposed to this whole new world. The world of online income where your age didn't matter. What mostly mattered was your willingness to take action and learn new skills. So that curiosity in me, that's what pretty much changed everything. I still remember the first times I got paid online. It wasn't much. It was probably like $5 or $10 for a video or thumbnail. But I would post it on Snapchat, try to flex to everyone that I was making money online. I started doing literally whatever people needed: scripts, thumbnails, recording. If I got a Discord message saying someone needed help with something, I would be the first one to message them, say, hey, how can I provide value to you? I'm here, I got a camera, I got Fortnite, video games, I'm here to make gaming videos or whatever videos you need. I remember sending DMs to YouTubers that probably feel like the most desperate messages you've ever seen. I sent messages like, hey, I'll record videos for you for just like $5 in return. And looking back, I didn't care about the money much. Well, I cared about it a bit, but in reality, I was just trying to connect with these bigger YouTubers and learn exactly what they were doing to make it their full-time job. But more importantly, I was trying to build something rather than just playing video games or consuming dumb content all day. The work wasn't glamorous. I'd spend a ton of time on a thumbnail that I would just get paid a few bucks for. I would record solid Fortnite videos just for like $5 on Venmo. But each project taught me something new about how online business actually works. And here's the key. I was reliable. When I'd say I'd get something done, I would get it done. That reliability, even though I was almost charging almost nothing, started to get me noticed. Because I was reliable and eager to work, I started getting more work. Not huge projects, but enough to keep me busy and learning. I assume people liked that I wasn't trying to oversell people or overpromise results. I wasn't sliding into people's DMs on Twitter saying, hey, I'll scale your agency to 7 figures, or I'll double your revenue in 7 months. I was genuinely just asking, how can I help? What do you need done? And that approach opened doors to me that I'd never expected. I got invited to Discord chats or Twitter groups with creators making tens of thousands of dollars per month. And I wasn't making that much. I was just the helper guy, but I was in the rooms where people were making a ton of money. I was in the trenches helping these creators behind the scenes, but I was seeing how they were actually able to make all this money. I could see how they planned their content, how they thought about scaling their businesses, how they handled their finances. And this experience was like getting a masterclass in online business, and instead of paying tuition, I was getting paid to learn. It was incredible. I learned about audience research, content planning, script writing, what makes a viewer click on a thumbnail, skills that people probably pay thousands of dollars to learn in online courses. And I was learning all of it while getting hands-on experience. But then something happened that completely changed my trajectory. One of the creators I was working with had a small but rapidly growing YouTube channel. I was pretty much helping him with all the main work, like writing the scripts, doing the editing, actually recording the videos. And the channel really started to take off. We were getting great views that were monetized on YouTube. The subscriber count was climbing fast, the revenue numbers were going up, and I was genuinely excited for both of us. I thought we were building something together until one day he just ghosted me. Completely disappeared, didn't respond to my message, and didn't pay me the money that I was owed for working on those projects. Just vanished like our entire relationship never happened. Now, I was paid some money from these projects, so I still made solid money from this, but I didn't get paid out the full amount that I was owed. At first, I was devastated, angry, because I just put in so much time to these channels that I didn't get fully paid out for. It blew my mind that he cut me out right when things started getting really successful. And I had this moment of clarity. As I was sitting at my computer, looking at the work that I did for this channel, I thought to myself, wait a minute, well, I already know how to do all of this to run a channel. Why can't I just do it for myself? So I knew the format inside and out. I understood the audience. I understand what makes a successful video in the niche. I had all the skills by now: editing, script writing, recording, thumbnail design. The only thing I was missing was the courage to bet on myself instead of helping other people bet on themselves. So that betrayal, that was the best thing that happened to me because it forced me to stop becoming an employee and become my own boss. So I started my own YouTube channel, and I didn't try to reinvent the wheel or be too creative. I wasn't thinking what new ideas I can bring to the market. I was just looking at what videos were working in the niche and thinking, I'm gonna do these videos but do them better. I took the same general format that I knew worked, same thumbnail styles, same video styles, same recording styles, similar topics that I knew the audience was interested in. But here's where I added my own spin. So the videos that I was helping the other person make were about celebrities. But instead of me replicating the videos about the same celebrities he was already making videos about, I found these celebrities that nobody was making videos about, and I was making videos about them. So I found celebrities who were underexposed on YouTube. This means these celebrities had a lot of fans, but not many people were making videos about them. Videos about these celebrities had a ton of demand, but not much competition, so I was there to fill that gap. I started to use everything I learned from working behind the scenes. I knew what thumbnails got clicks, I knew what titles performed well, and I knew how to structure a video and keep viewers watching as long as possible. But the biggest difference was I owned 100% of that channel, so every view, every subscriber that came in, every dollar that came in completely belonged to me. I wasn't building someone else's dream anymore, I was building my own. The channel started growing faster than I expected. Within some months, I was getting hundreds of thousands of views on videos. Subscribers were pouring in, and most importantly, revenue started coming in through YouTube AdSense. I was seeing more money in my bank account than I knew what to do with, and as you'll see, this became both a massive blessing and a problem. By the time I was 17 or 18, my channels had completely blown up. I'd have months where I'd make $8,000, $9,000, $15,000. I even had a month where I made over $30,000. For a teenager who was used to working at Subway or making videos for $10 a video, this felt like I was winning the lottery every month. And how did I handle this incredible opportunity? Well, I started to blow it. I started to buy the dumbest things like overpriced Yeezy shoes, overpriced Gucci shirts, even a ton of upgrades for my car that served no practical purpose. I was going to Dunkin' Donuts or restaurants all the time, even though I lived so close to a grocery store. I bought clothes that I wore once then forgot about. I upgraded my gaming setup with stuff that I never needed. I bought courses and programs that were supposed to help scale my online business when in reality the programs were trash. I didn't track my spending. I didn't even have a budget. I probably didn't even know what a budget was at the time. Money came in and money went out, and I thought this is just how rich people live. I'd have a $30,000 month and a ton of money would leave the account by the end of the month. I had such a little concept of making money or having money work for me. Looking back, this is the most expensive education I'd ever gotten, but it was an important one. Then came a phone call that really changed my relationship with money. My dad connected me with someone who had helped me organize my business expenses in preparation for tax season, and the guy told me, like, hey Ryan, I see you're spending a lot of money on Dunkin' Donuts, etc. You're spending money on a lot of things you want, but you don't really need. I didn't really know how to respond to him, because right now my plan was just keep making money and spending money. But obviously that scenario cannot go on forever. He really didn't lecture me or make me feel stupid. He just said something along the lines of, look, you're making really good money at your age, especially being like 18 or 19, but you're just burning through it. Start spending less on what you want and spend the money on what you need and think more long term. So that conversation pretty much forced me to start looking at money through a different lens. I started thinking of money as not just fuel for more spending, but money to build something more permanent. I realized that every dollar I was spending on random stuff could be a dollar that could be spent working for me, growing into more dollars for the rest of my life. I became really interested about learning about money. I started watching more videos about money and finance and business. And I decided I was going to become an investor, not just a spender. Now, I didn't go crazy and start putting money into day trading or risky individual stocks. I knew that I didn't know enough to do that successfully, so I wanted to take it slower. Instead, I started small and focused on the fundamentals. My dad was able to connect me to a financial advisor who was able to help me open up some accounts. We opened up several different accounts, such as a Roth IRA, traditional investment accounts, and some other accounts that would help me from a tax perspective. We focused on investments that would grow tax-free or tax-deferred over long periods of time. Very diversified vehicles like American funds, mutual funds, ETFs. The strategy was simple but powerful. Instead of trying to individually pick winning stocks or play the market perfectly, I was going to invest in the overall growth of the economy over decades. But here's the key that really changed everything for me. I set up automatic deposits where every single month money would go from my business account directly into my investment account. This was huge. Instead of just only investing what I was comfortable with each month or only investing what I had after spending, I was automatically putting the same amount from my business account into my investment account every month. So that means if I got paid $6,000 a month from YouTube, I'd have the same amount going to my investment account as if I were getting paid $3,000 a month or $9,000 a month. So if I was ever having a month where I was more scared to invest since the revenue wasn't looking the best, I'd still have the same amount of money going into my investment account as if I were having a great month and I was feeling really glad about investing, very excited to invest. And this way, I was never tempted to spend all the money that I'd get when I'd get paid because I know that some of it would be going to my investment account. Nowadays, when I have above average revenue months, I like to put even more money into my investment account, but I transfer that manually. So for example, if one month I have a couple extra videos go viral, do really well, I'll move extra money from my business account into my investment account as a safety net. But the real game changer were having these automatic monthly investments so that on months when I really didn't feel like investing, it was automatically doing it for me. This did three incredibly powerful things for me. First, it made investing completely habitual. I didn't have to think about it, decide whether or not to do it, or come over any mental limitations. It just happened automatically. Second, it removed all emotion from my investing decisions. I wasn't trying to time the market. I wasn't trying to add more money when the S&P was lower. I wasn't waiting for the perfect time to invest. I was just investing consistently month after month, regardless of the news or what was happening in the markets. And third, it grew my portfolio without any burnout or decision fatigue. Every month, I knew I was building wealth slowly over time, even if I couldn't see it day to day. This approach, called dollar cost averaging, meant sometimes I'd be buying when the price was higher and sometimes when lower. But over time, it's been averaging out to solid, consistent growth. And the psychological benefits of this system is huge because I'm not waking up every day trying to check the market, see if it's a good day to invest money or to pull money out. I just trusted the process and focused on what I could control, which was my income and my automatic investing system. Now let's take a minute and talk about cryptocurrency, since this became a significant part of my investment strategy, though not always in smart ways. At one point, one of my clients in my business was paying me through crypto. Instead of just transferring it to fiat currency, putting it in my bank account, I actually stored that crypto, and it got me deeper into learning about the crypto space. I had positions in Bitcoin and Solana and were treating them as long-term investments, not just short-term money plays. My crypto strategy became pretty straightforward. Whenever I had excess profit in my business, I'd put some of it into Bitcoin and also some Solana. I wasn't trying to time the market. I would just buy in when I was confident about long-term projects. But I also made some dumb decisions. I got caught up in some meme coin hype, threw hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands at some coins that went nowhere. So I definitely lost money on some dumb meme coins that went to zero. And those losses taught me valuable lessons about speculation versus investing, and about the importance of sticking to high conviction plays instead of just chasing quick profits. Now crypto represents a smaller but meaningful part of my overall investment portfolio, and I plan to just sticking to mostly blue chip assets like Bitcoin, maybe some Solana, some altcoins here and there, but I treat it with the respect it deserves, which is a volatile, high risk but high reward investment. But here's something I really want you to know. Building this investment portfolio didn't require me to live like a monk or skimp out on trips and not spend money on things that I really want to spend money on. I still spend money, I still have fun, I still travel around the world and spend money on things that mean something to me, such as experiences. But the way I think about spending completely changed. Instead of impulsive, mindless spending, every purchase became intentional. I stopped wearing fast fashion or luxury fashion clothes that I would just forget about or end up finding cringe. I started buying higher quality clothes, which I'd literally wear for years. Now I don't even have a ton of clothes in my closet. I kind of wear the same stuff every couple weeks. I also stopped buying things like tech gadgets that don't really serve a real necessity purpose, that kind of just look cool. And I started investing in things that actually improve my daily life, like better cooking equipment. I love to cook, make cool things. I bought a cool bike. I started investing in things that actually improve my daily life. For example, I bought some nice cookware for my kitchen. I bought an ice cream maker. I love cooking. I'm a big foodie, so I buy those things because it makes me hyped up, excited to cook. Of course, I have a nice microphone, solid recording setup, a nice computer, some solid screens. And when it comes to travel, I still love to go on great trips, but I am pretty budget cautious. I try to use credit card reward points or smart booking strategies to try to get more value for my money. And the key insight is this: I reward myself after investing, not before. When I have a good month, the first thing that happens is I go ahead, message my broker to put money into my investment account. This isn't about being frugal or cheap. I'd say it's more about being intentional with every dollar spent, making sure it's going to the right place. It's also about making sure my money is working hard for me, since I'm working to make the money. Over the past few years, the economy has been wild. We've had inflation scares, geopolitical tensions, interest rate changes, and all kinds of drama that's making headlines every day. But you know what? My investment portfolio has kept on growing. Not every month. There's definitely been times when I've checked my portfolio and it's been down a bit. But over time, the trajectory has been consistently upwards. Last year, my overall portfolio performed somewhere from around 8 to 10%. Now, that money might not sound flashy compared to those crazy make money online schemes you see today, but it's way better than me just having this money sit in a checking account where it's getting 0% interest, or me blowing the money on random crap. If you take away anything from this video, let it be this: you don't have to be rich to start investing. You don't have to be making 10K a month to start investing. You just need to start. Set up those automatic deposits, have money from your paycheck every month go straight into investments. Even if you can only invest $50 or $100 a month, that's certainly better than zero. The amount you invest matters way less than the habit. Starting with small, consistent amounts will teach you how the system works, help you build habits, and will help you build momentum and compound interest that you can build upon over time. So this is exactly how I built a multi-six-figure investment portfolio at age 21. Not by being a genius or having some secret strategy, not by getting lucky or timing the market perfectly, but by being consistent, starting early, and letting time and compound growth do its thing. If you want to hear more about my personal business philosophies and business stories throughout the past few years, make sure to subscribe and comment down below. I'd love to post more videos for you guys.